A few more centers you have. You can see pleasure-centered thinking. Here there is nothing much to say, but whatever you try to do, you always try to seek pleasure. If that pleasure is coming from drugs or from booze drinking or from smoking or for any other thing, any abuse kind of thing, or even if it is for good thing, like you are trying to get some pleasure out of helping someone, or if you are trying to get some name by donating to someone, whatever it could be, you are only looking after pleasure in everything. So your security is actually short-lived, because nobody will be happy 24/7. Nobody will be feeling pleasure all through the day, right? So why to focus, or why to keep that pleasure in your center and be having some limited security or insecurity for most of your time? And again, guidance comes for those people coming from decisions which are giving pleasure. So if you are not getting pleasure, you are not, you are getting lost. You don't have proper guidance. Also the wisdom, their wisdom is also very much limited, because they only think, what's in it for me if I do this? Will I be happy doing this? Then why should I do this? Sometimes a lot of social causes, if you are working for social causes, you may not really enjoy doing them. But if your idea is very good, that you are going to help the society, then you may really do those things. But what if you are a pleasure-centered person? You won't even do those things, because you are not getting pleasure in doing those things. So then what kind of power these people have? Negligible, isn't it? Similarly, for some people it's friend-centered. For example, they have a social mirror. They don't look themselves in their own eyes. For example, they always look at themselves from the eyes of the society, social mirror. So even if they feel like cats, if society shows to them like they are lions, they feel like lions. This is a problem, because if the opinions of others are great about you, you are secure, you are happy. But if the opinions of others are weak about you, then you are sad, you are insecure. So your guidance always comes from external factors. So you think, oh, what will happen if I do this? Whether my friends get to know about this, and then can I be embarrassed? But even if you do many good things, some people always have some negative opinion on you. So it's a given that you are destined to get easily embarrassed if you are following friend-centeredness. So this is a problem. And because you are friend-centered, you are focusing on external things. Actually, you are focusing on circle of concern in this case. So your wisdom is always the social lens, what the society thinks about you, what your friend thinks about you. So it's all social lens, which is not correct. Finally, what happens? Your power is also very much limited, because your social comfort zone, whatever zone you are in, if that is making you happy, you have some power. If that is gone, you are again fickle-minded. You are like how your opinions are changing, your actions also will keep changing, and people think you are a fickle-minded person. See, remember that if you have some center among these, others may not have the same, right? Because they think about you with their own centers. So it's important to know what's in your center actually, because if you are friend-centered, even if your other friends are not friend-centered but something else, then you are definitely going to get embarrassed at some point of time. So this is also not helping. Then let us talk about enemy center. This is even worst, because you are volatile. You are not even focusing on yourself. Not even focusing on yourself from the social mirror. Rather, you are focusing mostly on your enemy. So what happens here? You are counter dependent. If enemy is doing good, you feel insecure. If enemy is doing bad, you feel very much powerful, empowered actually. So your guidance is already counter dependent on enemy's actions. You always mostly think of how to ruin your enemy, and he also will try to do the same if he also is focusing more upon you. So then the wisdom is narrow. The wisdom you are getting out of this center is distorted. You are defensive, overreactive, and suspicious. This may even let you be suspicious about everyone else in your life, which is again giving you some problems. So you have very, very little power, and that also comes from anger and your envy and vengeance upon other people, which is not good at the end. So then we have one more thing called religion. Any religion will have some very good subtle concepts on philosophy, which is good actually, which is the dharmic part of it. But most of the things, like you have some association, some society, you have certain do's and don'ts. And if religion is actually making you to follow certain patterns, follow certain labels, and if this is giving you security, then again it's a problem, because also those things can change over time. And your guidance also is again restricted, because you always think from the lens of religion, what the people in my religious organization think about me, what are their expectations upon me. So this is how you are also getting again affected. Similarly, okay, to some extent dharmic religions, they only distinguish people between dharma and adharma, but there are other religions who look at the other people based on who are the believers, who are non-believers. So your lens is always based on belief, who is coming into my category, who is coming into the other. It's a binary, mutually exclusive. So either you are on my side or you are not on my side. So all these kind of things will make you forget the actual subtle part of philosophy, which is a good one, which has got that universal appeal. And finally, it makes you limited in your wisdom. So again, here you have got perceived power from positions or roles in some religious organizations which are external to you. So we also understand by going through all these 4 life support factors that even religion centeredness also won't help to you. Finally, we have got self-centered thinking. I mean, among the alternate centers, it's not the real one or the final one. Out of these problematic ones, self-centered is the one which we need to think about, because even if you put yourself into the center, it's also a problem, because you are not the same from the time you wake up in the morning till the time you sleep in the night, which means your mood is changing, your thoughts are changing, your willpower itself is changing all through the day. So how can you then be secure if you are even self-centered? When you might be very joyful in one moment and be crying in the next moment, and you would be totally disgusted with your life by the evening. So how can you be clear in your security, or how can you be more secure if you are focusing yourself at your center? It also does not help, because you always think, even your guidance comes from these lines, like, okay, what I need, what I want, what's in it for me. Everywhere me. What will I do here? What will I do there? What will I do with that friend? What will I do with my wife? What will I do with this particular situation, that particular problem? So everywhere it's me. And the lens of how you look at the world is always again your own personal mirror. Like you always have this your lens of self. So how other things are affecting me, how other things are affecting my own happiness. For example, if you want to do something, for example, if there is a situation where you need to neutrally judge someone, you will not do that, because you will put yourself there and you think, okay, just because I am here, it's correct, or if because I am not there, it's wrong, or because I am telling you this, it's correct, because I have got my experience, what I am saying is correct. It's all again limited. Your perceptions could be wrong. You could have been living in some stupid situation all through your life, and today you are making opinions about your own past bad life. How can you be sure that this is the right wisdom you are getting, just because you are using your own examples, your own experiences? So also this is restricted. So your power is limited to your own resources. Your own resources could be your mind, your own thoughts, your own talents. And you never even think of others. You don't even think of teamwork, because you feel you are the only right person, all other people are wrong. So if this is the case, you never be, maybe you would be independent because you are always thinking about yourself. You don't even bother about others. But at the same time, if you want to be a leader, it's a problem, because you don't even care about others. There is nothing called interdependency you are utilizing at any point. So it's useless at the end. So then what's the solution? Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. See you in the next video.